Hi, today I thought I'd go over two different types of roller stands to help elevate your work as you're feeding it into the table saw or out, or any other of the tools, the jointer or anything. I made these first, just a rolling pin. It's actually just encapsulated in here. I didn't even modify the rolling pin at all. The handles are still in here. And it has an adjustment slot to fit on the stand with the knob here, and I can adjust it up and down, and it works great for the table saw, the height of it with the stand. I'll show you the stand in a minute. The other style is the roller balls, like this, and this is on the stand. One of the things I wanted to make was a stand so it folds up, so it's easy to store. My shop is really small, so something easily storable is way better. And this is a rollerball type. So the problem I had with the rolling pin type was something I had read about, and I thought, well, it should be okay. I just should be able to adjust it. I'm trying to rip my maple 8/4, 2 inches thick, 10 or 12 inches wide. They were 10 or 11 feet long, and it's such a heavy board that setting out there on this stand, if this is the slightest bit off, it pulls the board away from the fence no matter what I do, no matter how much pressure I put on the fence. As I feed it through, it's pulling away from the fence. So I can't really rip it accurately. And I'd read about that, and I thought it would be able to slide. I'd be able to keep it on there, and I even waxed these so the board would slide better as I put pressure on it. It didn't work. So sadly, for me, these didn't work. I think if it was a much smaller board, even if it was 15 feet long or some really super long board, if it was just a few inches wide or something and fairly lightweight, I think I would be able to keep it up against the fence. I don't know for sure because I haven't tried that. I switched over to these, which I also heard a problem with. Just reading it online, one guy said that no matter what he did, these put marks in the wood as it rolled over, and he would have a line in the wood and it ended up in his finished project. I didn't have that problem because I was doing the unsurfaced maple, and I hadn't jointed or planed it yet, and by the time I did that, anything that would have been in there was gone. It would help if you put more roller balls. I don't know, the guy that said that he was having a problem didn't really say how far apart he had them or anything like that. So I don't have video of me making these, but I'll show you how they look, and I'll show you some close-up pictures in case you want to make some on your own. And in the description down below, I'll have the links to where you can find the different pieces and parts, like the knobs and the hinges down here. Also, if you have any more tips, pluses or minuses on the different two types, go ahead and comment, and I'll add those into the description, and we can keep a list of all the things that people like about the two different types. This is just a U-shaped piece that goes around this 2x4. It's all one piece, and then this part back here folds down. This is the part that folds in. If you wanted more adjustment height, you would have to make this piece so it was shorter, so you'd have a longer 2x4 part sticking up, and then a longer U-shaped piece with a bigger slot so that you could have more adjustment height. I use these big knobs because with the maple, I had to really clamp this down hard to make it tight enough so that it didn't just sink with the big huge board on it. So it's this big knob, and then there's a big huge washer I have behind it. This top's just made of two 2x4s that I planed and jointed and glued together, and then I just screwed all these rollers on as close together as I could. I've got two of these. So this first one, you can see on the back, it's just this U-shaped piece that fits over the board, and then the knob has a screw sticking out that goes into piece and below a threaded piece. I'll give the links to down below. And like I said before, this roller is, if you took this top piece of plywood off, this would just pop out, and this rolling pin you would never know. It's not modified at all. It still has the handles on each side, and it's just a little bit higher than the tops of this. It would be nicer if it was a little higher. So this slides up and down. I can go up like that, tighten it up, and down. And then this folds up for storage. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped if you're trying to decide which one to go with on your own for your projects. Don't forget there's links in the description down below as to the parts that I use to make these. Hit like and subscribe. Thanks.